Happy New Year everyone and welcome.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life! inside him!
You picked the wrong fight! Taste death! You picked the wrong fight! Die! Gods take you!
I think it's cute that one of your followers is named Angar. Gods take you! Die! Taste death! Good evening, everyone.
Meaningless is your life! Foxy balls! Your death will be as meaningless as your life!
Die!
I accidentally muted my microphone there somehow.
Taste!
Yeah, it's good to have
You picked the wrong
two decent followers with you, or a decent follower with you, especially with this new combat system at the minute. It's, yeah, I'm not a big fan of it, I've got to say. Can we get some bleed on this?
Your
They seem like they're struggling with him a little bit though. And they are pretty strong, these two. I don't know if it's just their hitboxes that are messed up or with the last update or what, but normally they'd be tearing through these guys by now. I'm using a strength bow though, which is the Decato's voice. So it's not one of the best bows obviously for strength, but it's one of the better ones. How are we doing? Yeah, they're nearly there.
I don't think he has any blood to bleed.
No, I was just using those particular daggers because obviously they say that you can use them on undead creatures, but yeah, that is a very good point. If he's just a skeleton, how can he bleed if he's already technically dead? But these two have done alright, look at them, they've hardly lost any health. They're pretty much fine. So of course, yes, he is a Srream Berserker, that's the stats that he came with. I did re-roll him a couple of times, because unfortunately he did come out with a couple of agility perks, which isn't great. So he has been re-rolled, and he could be a little bit better, but seems to be okay. And he has got the pork buff, so the salted pork and the potion to give him a bit of a boost there as well. Excuse me. And then Delincia's got exactly the same. She's got the salted pork buff as well, and the potion, and then they're both using the feast, which is giving them the extra bit to their health and the strength, just giving him a bit extra boost.
If he gets at least 1 plus 15 vid perk, he's fine.
Yeah, exactly. Right, I didn't bring a pick out with me. You can tell I'm so fucking rusty at this with been out of action for almost 2 weeks. I was taking a break the first week, and then I was potentially going to do a stream last week, but then unfortunately myself and the wife ended up with COVID for the second time, so we were pretty much out of action, and we haven't been able to do anything. Don't need the dragon bone and those at the moment, so I'm just going to drop them again. Don't really need them because I've got plenty of it at the minute, but that's what we do want. Star of the Champion, we'll keep hold of that. So yeah, that's why kind of my first couple of videos earlier this week were just little videos on the religions, because obviously it took me all my time to do those even. I could hardly talk a few days back, so it's pointless me attempting any videos or anything. You could, if you've seen the recent video that I did, you can probably tell in that one that my voice is a little bit croaky still. That's the first time I've actually been able to sit and record a video properly. Since getting over it, but I thought, you know, we're here now, we're into New Year, I'm feeling a lot better, so let's, you know, it's only a couple of hours, let's give a stream a go. I was trying to decide between here and Sipta, but then I thought, no, we'll carry on the Exile lands a little bit, and we can give some of our people a little run and test them out on some different things, especially with the...
Glad you're doing better. It sucks to get sick.
Thank you. Yeah, it does, definitely. It's especially the dreaded COVID. I mean, it's bad enough when you get it the first time, but then when you've had all your vaccines and everything, you get it a second time. They say it's not as bad, but yeah, probably wasn't quite as bad as it was the first time, but yeah, especially when you've got video content that you want to be making and you just can't do it because you can't speak, and I couldn't have spoke like I'm doing now and put a sentence together without coughing, so it's going to be a struggle tonight, I'll be honest, but I'm a lot better than I was. Obviously appreciate you guys coming in and showing your support, of course, it's very much appreciated. Check that we've got no corruption to get rid of. No, we seem to be good. Have those two come out yet? Yep, there they are. Because also apparently there are a few other different people as well that like 4863 is mentioned in a video that are pretty good. a couple of them being archers. There is one called Dunaman the Dragoon, I believe his name is, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's actually got a guaranteed spawn. I think it's just over this side of the den somewhere. Can't remember exactly where, I'd have to go to it again to find it, but I'd actually get one of him yesterday to test him out a little bit, and he's actually one of the archers on my little sort of tester purge base that we're doing. That will hopefully be a video in the near future if the demolishers get fixed, because obviously the amount of damage they're doing at the minute is just ridiculous. So obviously kind of avoiding doing too many purges at the moment. But he's over there, and I've also got another couple of female archers alongside my relic hunters. I think she's called Sarnia Thorn, something like that. I might be getting that wrong.
He has like to something on ranged.
Yes, yeah, he's pretty decent. Can't just remember it off the top of my head, but yes, he's a pretty good one for range damage apparently. Dunaman along with this other one, Sanaya Thorn, I think she's called. She's a Black Hand pirate archer. She doesn't have a guaranteed spawn location, unfortunately, so you've got to check all the Black Hand camps until you can get her. So she's a bit trickier to get, but she, like him, is another decent range person. So I've got two of those working alongside my relic hunters, plus I say Dunaman the Dragoon, who's also in there now because of their high, and they do have pretty high damage.
I'm using a bunch of him for the Dog's Desert Squad at purges.
Yeah, I don't blame you. He just seemed pretty decent. And he's a normal speed leveler as well, which is pretty good. So he's not mega slow to level up, but he's one of the regular speed ones to level up. But if you can get a hold of Sanaya Thorn, I think that's her name. I've got one back at my base actually, so I can show you afterwards. She's very good on her range again, like I say as well, but harder to get because she's not a guaranteed spawn. But one of the plus sides with her is she's like the Cannibal Brute was. She's a fast leveler. So in your time that it'd take you to level up other people, like maybe Doomman and other people, she will actually level really fast. So if you manage to get hold of her, she's definitely worth knocking out and making into one of your tribe or clan, if you want to call them that, because she is really fast at leveling, and she can have some really high HP as well. I was doing some testing with some different ones, and I've had her a couple of times where range damage was a little bit lower than I liked, so her agility damage, but her flipping HP was like over 7,000, which is pretty insane, to be honest. Right, let's pop over here a moment. This is just a bit easier than riding everywhere at the minute on here, where you've got admin where you can just kind of zip around. So this has actually turned round. I did show this once in a stream, but this has actually turned round because the original build was here facing that way, and it's pretty much the same excuse me, same layout. I've just swapped the positioning around and moved it over slightly. NPCs do still seem to have a bit of a pathing issue when it comes to going up the steps and actually going into the area, but hopefully that'll be something. If it is an issue, it will get fixed eventually. If I just jump back into this mode here, then you can see again. Now it may not work exactly the same as this if you play on official, because of the follower placement. Normally you have to have one tile in between that's empty, which if it doesn't, you might have to do a slightly different design with this one. But obviously if you've got your own server, or if you play on single player, this is certainly doable. So we've got 3 that side, 3 that side, 2 here and 2 over there, so each section down there is covered, and then an extra section for when they walk inside, with 3 more on here to tip it on them down there. So essentially what's going to happen is when they step under here, these three are going to pour. If anybody goes here or here, obviously they're all going to pour from there, and if they miss, as they start to make their way into here and come under this next one, then obviously these three up here are going to activate as well. And the idea with this is just like a bit of a gauntlet, just to kind of slow them down. What I normally do is I'll put a gate back on here, just because obviously since the last little purge I've just done, it's actually been demolished last time, and I just haven't repaired it back again yet. But what I've got is pretty much those like that. Then I've left it open here. So we want those there like that really, because A, it just keeps those two guys in there as well, because otherwise they start running right the way out and fighting everybody down here. But ideally we want them to stay here. So he's got his two-hander, he's got his spear so that he can attack people over the wall.
This is the house salesman and Jehovah's Witnesses built.
So then hopefully, if they do get through, then obviously they've got to get through those two guys plus these two berserkers back here, and then two double doors to get into the guy at the back, which at the minute, if you try level 8, you've got to be very, very careful because they're just absolutely wrecking everything at the minute, the demolishers. So just be really careful until hopefully we get the patch soon, hopefully, which will hopefully address that and fix them, because they shouldn't be one-shotting builds like they are doing. It's just, yeah, it's ridiculous what's going on with it, and it's a shame because it spoils the whole sort of premise and point of the game and everything. So that's the build I've got there, and then obviously, oh, I forgot, didn't I? Tell them to stop again a second. So we've got Dunaman the good. I can't speak. Doing it again. Dunaman the Dragoon. He's sat up here, alongside this other relic hunter who they're both using gas orbs.
Hey lads, how you feeling?
Hey Cathian, nice to see you. Nice to see you. A lot better, thank you. Not quite there. Like I was just saying, little bit of a tickle now and again, and got plenty of coffee here next to me, so I need to keep taking a drink with that. But
Julies and Kevin.
In myself, yes, yeah, a lot better, thank you. And just about managed to put that video out the other day. Bit of a struggle, you can probably hear it in my voice, but managed to do that one, and then we're here tonight, back to normal hopefully. But yeah, a lot better, thank you. Nice of you to ask. So yeah, this is the other archer to look out for, Sanaya Thorn. She is a
Hi Kathy, and how's it going?
Blackhand pirate. Like I say, she comes with a few different points, different to other people. Not quite as many as the relic hunters, but as you can see, they're quite a high health pool, and she's quite a fast leveler. So she's pretty decent to look out for as well. And have a few of her if you can get hold of her on your purge bases as well. She's pretty good on her range damage. As you can see, their percentage chances were pretty good, and excuse me, I did have to re-roll her a couple of times, but you can get her with pretty high health as well, which is pretty good. So you want to keep an eye out for her along with Dunaman, who is
start to 2024. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
yeah. we had a service on Christmas Eve that we went out to that we were involved with, and we thought that'd be nice. It was a bit of family time and what have you as well, and then we were both okay Boxing Day, and then the missus came down with it first off, just after Boxing Day, sort of Boxing Day night, and then I started with it on the Thursday. But luckily we're both getting there now, which is good. Trying to get back into the videos again. Like I said, I bought another one out the other day. I do have another one coming up very shortly, possibly be out tomorrow. And then another couple of video ideas coming up for next week, all being well. And yeah, for those who don't know yet, who may not have seen, that's the name of our Sumerian berserker. He doesn't know it yet, but if he does pop in or he watches this stream in the future, I'm sure he'll then see it. So hopefully he'll be quite touched by that. Nice little tribute there to our good friend, who does a lot of work, as well as working a normal job as well, I might add, which is very, very commendable. Right, let's see. Help if I come back out of that mode, wouldn't it?
LOL, I have a Sumerian berserker called Angar.
Yeah. What are the chances of that? He'll be honoured. All these people naming followers after him. You know, we always say that, we've been saying, haven't we, for ages, that he needs an NPC in the game. He should have an NPC named after him that's an actual NPC in the game, but Funcom haven't given him one yet, so we thought, you know what, why not as a community we'll give him one in our individual games that we all play. Right, let's see how they get on with El Scorpion. Oh, that was a good start. He got knocked flying already.
You picked the wrong fight.
Yeah, they're doing it some decent damage. Oh, you've got to watch out for that tail swipe.
Your death will be
My server is currently obviously set to...
I am in his game guarding the door. I did originally have a horse named Angar, but I started a new game.
Ah, very nice. That sounds good. Excuse me. Yeah, I did a little poll on my community page for people to vote for their favourite name for my horse on the Isle of Sipta playthrough, which has obviously now been voted and closed and what have you. So obviously we'll jump back on there at some point and we'll do a bit more exploring again, and of course we shall name the horse as well. Now that it's been given its name, we'll actually christen it with its name as well now. But just thought for this week I don't really feel quite strong enough to be dealing with the enemies on Sipta, for example, especially where you've got the
level are these two? They don't seem to do much damage.
it might be my settings. I might have tweaked it down a little bit more than what it actually should be, but they are both actually level 20, believe it or not. But yeah, their damage does definitely seem to be a bit... It is taking them a bit longer than what it should do.
Then something is not right.
Yeah. Yeah, they should definitely be doing more than that. I could have turned the setting down too much. Combat. No, that's not combat. That back up a little bit. It could have been that. No, not that one. That one. and possibly that one. We'll see how they go with that now, but yeah, they've got decent numbers, so they should be doing some decent damage. I don't know what would happen with that, because yeah, Delincia, and certainly the Sumerian Berserker, who has the highest damage modifier at the moment, they should be ripping through stuff. Let me just hack this guy up, get him out of the way. Not going to bother collecting anything out of them, I don't really need anything at the moment. But we do want the key, definitely. Right. I didn't bring any keys out with me, but what we could do is head over to yeah. Just trying to say. Yeah, I don't.
My Valencia and Pharaoh could kill faster than that. Isn't NPC damage supposed to be 1.0?
Yeah, yeah, I'm not really sure what's... Because they were doing alright before, I'll have to have a look at it, see what I've done, because they were doing alright earlier. Which is strange, yeah. I don't really get what's going on there.
You picked the wrong fight.
So it's like then it's like she was still fighting that one even though it was dead. Which is very strange. Right, while we're in between, just want to go down to this little location here, and then I can just show you guys another little tavern that I've built as an extra one, just to give you an idea of a different design again. Of course, as we arrive, we've got all the NPCs arriving. So this is another little build that I just threw together recently. And tell them to stop a second. Of course, there's definitely still some serious issues going on with the pathing for NPCs, as you can tell. The way they're walking up the steps alright, but then they're getting stuck in the doorways. Which is a bit, yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Hopefully it will get fixed. But if we can get in the door here, see, just they can't figure out what they're doing, which shouldn't be happening, obviously. Well, this is our little build inside. We've got our entertainer in the corner. We've got our barkeeper behind the bar, and then this is just a bit extra thing that I'm just doing on our server at the moment for people who aren't doing the purge while it's broken. I mean, and things like that. He's supposed to be sat on that chair, yet he's glitched halfway through it. And then just done this
Make
little...
sure your tavern isn't close to your house.
Oh yeah, no, this one isn't. This is nowhere near my base, this one. This is right down on Noob River near the Sentinels, and our base is up in the Highlands, so we're good for that one.
I have thralls sitting in my hoys.
Yeah, I've got some sat in my tavern, which is my main tavern actually, which is at the server sort of admin shop, if you will, for the server, because we have people playing here and we offer an admin shop as well. This is just a little extra one that I just kind of built as an extra little design. Just kind of threw it together, messing about really, because I just bought the new AC set, so I decided to just try something out. Because going to Pixel Cave you can have more than one tavern, so that's pretty good. So get them following again.
Oh, okay, but if you don't have nowhere to sit in your house, then all is fine.
Yeah. Yeah, you have all your chairs and you have your tavern in your
That set looks great.
have everybody, you'll have all the NPCs taking over your base, won't you? Right, then we're going to go up here.
Julius LOL.
Well, yeah, if you've got all your seating out of your base and you put your tavern out, you're going to have NPCs taking over your base, aren't you? Right, so I'm going to get these two just to stand in here for a little bit. Where's Delencia? There she is. Another decent one to keep an eye out for in the Purge. Anja the Dervish, she's pretty decent as well. Is actually an archer, but she's strength based again. Similar stats to Delencia with the vitality and strength, so
Red
not.
Mother sends her love to everyone in the new year.
Thank you, Angelo. Yeah, appreciate that. Wonder if she sent the same love to Angar and she's going to let him finally get the torch this time. It's still after that torch, isn't it? Final breath of the Red Mother, but still can't get it. Hopefully he'll get some New Year luck and get it this time, hopefully. But yes, welcome everybody. It's great to see you all. Hope you're all well. Hope you're having a good start to the new year.
Poor Angar.
Yeah.
I can neither confirm nor deny it, he will.
That's a good answer. I like it. Neither confirm nor deny. Yeah. We all need to try and bring him some luck, don't we? We need to will it in for him. Oh, excuse me. Still can't believe he said the whole time of playing he's never ever had one. I mean, I know it is a rare drop, but... So yeah, this is that archer.
Let him suffer.
Let him suffer. Oh, you are cruel. This is the other archer that was on about that I just showed you at the other little spot before. She's pretty good. Range wise anyway. Oh, another decent range person to have as an archer. Yeah, you can probably hear the little guy there getting stuck behind these two. This is the bear that you have with the tavern. Stand still, little guy. And of course we decided to give him a different name. So we can't call him Yogi Bear because he's too big. He's only small, so we'll have to call him Yogi Bear Jr. Because obviously that's another thing that's excuse me, broken at the minute, is that you can't obviously put him in his little slot under the tavern at the moment. So we've just got him roaming around in our base at the minute. And he levelled up alright. He's got a decent little bit of HP and a bit of strength. I mean, he's not going to be doing any fighting. Well, yeah, that's Yogi Bear Jr. Relaxing with all the troops in the main base. Just trying to think if there's anybody else.
Lol, does anything work in this chapter?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It kind of makes me smile now when I look back at it that I saw that Q&A that Dennis, the lead designer, did, and even the stream just before that where he said he'd rather give us something that works than give us something that's broken. And then chapter 3 came along and you couldn't put the camel in the stable. The pathing for the NPCs for the tavern is just all off.
An agent of chaos.
you know, that pathing's all off, and the new combat system, whether that's intentional or not, we don't know. Personally,
No, not at all.
yeah, there's a lot that's broken at the minute that shouldn't be. So it's like, if you're gonna say, you know, you want to give us stuff that's not
Said,
broken.
And the thing about chaos is that it's fair.
You know, that if you're gonna give us something and say you don't want to give us stuff that's broken, then don't give us stuff that's broken.
Exactly.
You know, if it takes a bit longer to fix it before you release it, so be it. I'm sure this is why they get so much backlash, because they'll say they want to release stuff properly and have it working. So they release it, get it out, but then there's still problems with it when they do release it. Which, if it's in test live the length of time that it is, and obviously we can't test things on console, but if it's in test live on PC for sometimes 3, 4, 5 weeks, surely all these things could be found and dealt with. Like the new Siege at Almeria, that's just not playable on console at the minute. I did do it a few weeks back with Mickey Monday, and we were both in there with a decent follower each. Both got killed 3 or 4 times. It's not so bad when you get through the first gate, and then of course you get through that first gate and the enemies just keep spawning and spawning and spawning, and just the lag, I couldn't move. You couldn't see anything on the screen hardly. I'm sure you guys that were watching couldn't see anything, and it's kind of like we feared that it wouldn't work. So it's a shame, really. Gotta say, I do like the Tavern Guard armour though. I did that from the battle pass. That is quite a smart looking armour. Fits well for this part of the map at least. And it is a strength based armour as well. As you can see, strength weapon damage on each piece. And it's a heavy armour, so it's pretty good. If you've already used something like the Pictish...
It would be nice to get like a Conan bedrock like Minecraft. In
Yeah.
fact, I'm hearing this. I play on console, so I didn't know.
Right. I see. But yeah, it's a shame, because the idea of that Siege is very, very good, and the premise is there for it, but it's just... And I'm on PS5, and I'm surprised we didn't crash actually while I was streaming, because otherwise, if my game had crashed, my stream would have gone as well, until I can get some other sort of setup sorted out for it. So it was very lucky. But yeah, I was just going to say, with this armour, if you are somebody that uses the Pictish War Chief boots and legs for your followers, you could use this one as well now, the Tavern Guard, if you don't own the Pictish set, because it's just the same armour value if you craft it with a Shield Right Armourer, so you still get the same amount of armour value, and it still gives you the same amount of strength weapon damage bonus per piece as well. So it's just as good. That's one of the first things I looked at when it came out to compare it. As I say, that's when you craft it with the Shield Right Armourer. So it's quite a decent little, all strength weapon damage obviously, as you can see with her stats there. And then just because she's only in here, she's just
I dare
using...
not even try to play the Sage. If you struggled so much on PS5, you can imagine the devastation on a PS4.
Oh yeah, well Mickey Monday, the guy that I did it with on stream, he's on PS4, and as soon as I said about the lag, I mean anybody watching the stream could tell. It was when I was trying to move it. It's almost like I'd got the stream in like ultra slow motion, just juttering, or even when I was turning, it certainly wasn't smooth like that now. And when you get surrounded by people and you're trying to move, and you
I
couldn't.
used it for my berserkers in the illusion system. Look sharp.
It was just horrible. We tried it a couple of
I saw
times,
it.
and
Was really bad.
we had to try and get back in, grab our followers that were in there and try and save them before they got killed, which luckily we managed to get them, but we could have lost them. So hopefully a fix comes for that one in the next update, fingers crossed. I mean, that needs a big fix to be worth playing. But yeah, going to the illusion system, it's brilliant. That was one of the best things of Age of Sorcery when they brought that out, because obviously anyone who's a PC player will know all about all the mods and everything that you can get for...
It is getting so bad on PS4, it is becoming unusable on console. Damned PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah. Yeah, the illusionary system, when they brought that in back in Age of Sorcery, you know, as I say, anybody that plays on PC that uses mods for outfits, etc., and all that type of stuff, like Fashionist and all those different type of mods, you'll know how cool it is to be able to have your followers in a set of armour.
I'm on last gen Xbox myself, crashed my game looking at it.
Yeah, that's not good. You know, you can have yourself or your NPCs wearing a different outfit to the armour that they're wearing. So that was one of the cool features that I did like with Age of Sorcery, was that with the thaumaturgy bench, that you can make it that you can have your followers in full sets or a mixture of sets, and they can literally have an outfit like this on. That's the Propose a Toast emote as well that Delincia is doing there, by the way, if anybody's interested, if you haven't got that one yet. It's pretty cool. Once you get them to do it, they'll just stand with the cup in the hand like that. This is one of my cannibal brutes, obviously, that I still have. Still decent numbers, but nowhere near as good as what she was, unfortunately. But she's okay with most content. I just certainly wouldn't put her up against the Arena Champion now. The Arena Champion had just wiped the floor with her. But yeah, Berserker and Delincia. Certainly Sumerian Berserker, they're your way to go now. If you haven't seen Whack 4863's video, not the latest one, it's the one before it, where he's talking about best fighters and what have you. The Sumerian Berserkers have the best melee damage modifier now. And then Delincia is just slightly below that, but still one of the top melee damage modifier people. So Sumerian Berserker, Delincia for your melee. If you want your good range people, there are a couple of the Warriors of Jabal Sagi mentioned. Specific ones.
Different followers depending on what I want to do.
Yeah, that's the best way. If you're going to plan what you're going to go out and do, like if you're going to go to Sinkhole, let's say for example, if you run War Party, you're going to want to take an entertainer with you, aren't you? So you've got your choices of all sorts of different people there, or you've got Leah Neely, who is awesome, pretty fast leveler as well.
Always going with Dali plus Berserk gets boring fast.
Or you've got Amma the Seductress, who was still is a Isla Sipta, don't like to call them thralls, we like to call them followers. But follower, you got her from there as well, but she's now available on the Exile lands. During the Purge you get a chance of rescuing her from a cage as well. And you can also get Delincia from the Purge if you get lucky as well. And Leah, which is pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a shame that a lot of things just aren't working. Or if they are working, they're just not working correctly, which is an absolute shame, really.
I am partial to the giant snakes from the last battle pass.
Yeah, I did have a look at those, but I wasn't too... I haven't got a phobia of snakes or anything, but I wasn't too big on them myself, to be honest. But yeah, they're probably okay, and they probably look fun outside your base, for example. Another possibility you could use, obviously not in the very high range damage category, or even melee. I think it's 1.6 that their damage modifiers are. Freya, who is a guaranteed spawn, obviously she does okay damage, and I've got her following me with somebody else, with an entertainer or somebody. She's pretty good. Of course she comes with the points in strength as well rather than agility. He's taking care of the horse, who I still haven't named even on here yet. So we'll have to give a name for that one yet. And then she's got another companion here. This is Dina Master Huntress. My name slipped my mind for a minute then. But again, strength based follower, so okay again. Not the highest damage, but it would be okay archers, but probably better as fighters if you wanted them as that. Wearing the same setup as always. Just for their outfit, they've just got the slightly different top on, so I know who they are. They've got.
Partied with 2 snakes. They butchered the undead dragon.
Ooh. War party with 2 snakes, eh? That sounds interesting. Very cool. So I do have a couple of relic hunt.
Gremlin thinks you should name the horse Coco.
Yeah, that'd be kind of matching the one on Sipta though, really. So I don't know. Because that one's more of a darker black colour, whereas the one on Sipta is more of the brown colour. More brown than black, really. So I don't know. I'll have to have a think with that one. Do have a couple of Relic Hunter Treasure Seekers as well. Destiny and Hope. I do use those sometimes when I have my agility set up. Both using full Stygian soldier armour and Musashi's Black Blade. So they're pretty good with that. Not as great as they used to be, the Relic Hunters. They did get quite a hefty nerf a little while back now. But they're still okay. Pretty decent if you want decent followers. But yeah, the definite go-to is your Sumerian Berserkers for base defenders, or even doing most of the content with you. And then Delincia, obviously. And then Dunaman or Sanaya. Like I say, she isn't a guaranteed spawn, unfortunately. So you'd have to check all the Black Hand camps for her, according to WAC, because she's a Black Hand pirate. And she actually sounds like one when she's talking as well, which is funny. And then of course Leah Neely. Excellent tier 4 entertainer. Yeah, if I'm typically going to do war party and going to somewhere like the Unnamed City, I'll take her with me. Or Amma the Seductress, and then a Berserker or a Delincia. Or I think, if I remember rightly as well, Angie the Dervish as well now. She actually sounds like Delincia, and so does Leah. So if you ever got these two running together, Delincia and Leah, the only way you can really tell who's who, obviously, is by the hairstyle. If you give them both a different name, because they both sound identical.
I'm still hunting her at her spawn.
Yeah, that's the only.
Much space in your base. All mine look like somewhere a person with Diogenes syndrome would live.
Yeah, I didn't actually build this base, so I can't take credit for this one. This was built by one of my admins off my server, who's also a very good friend as well. He built this design and came up with it. I kind of suggested the little bit in the middle for kind of closing off the Wheel of Friendship, as we like to call it, just so that we didn't have to look at it very much right in the middle. But he built it up. Obviously he built the actual base, and we've got our 3 shrines up on the roof as well for our religions, so they're up there out of the way. So yeah, I can't take credit for this build. This isn't mine, this one. But yeah, it's very cleverly done with all the little rooms off to the side. It's just reminded me, actually, you're talking about that. This is one of the little turrets that you can see, if you will, on the outside. If you haven't completed your battle pass yet, this is my main Leah Neely that's in here. Use her a lot of the time. Your last level in your battle pass is of course this fireplace.
Angar's current base design in his beginner guide just in Storm Glass.
Yeah, Storm Glass is really nice. I do like Storm Glass. That is a nice set, that one. But yeah, this fireplace, as you can tell, you can put a named cook on it. As you can see, it's got quite a large inventory, and it is actually just like the stove. You get all your recipes, so you can cook all your stuff that you would normally do on your stove or your improved stove. You could have one of these instead of now, in the middle or at the side of your kitchen. I think it's quite a nice design, that actually. Looks quite smart and fits quite well in here. So I just pop Leah up here, and she's talking away to the cook a minute. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one when you hit your last level in your battle pass. It's definitely worth a look. And then of course if you get your little bear as well, he's definitely worth having wandering around. And then Mickey, of course, is the gentleman that I mentioned earlier. He's a big fan of the cats as well, the little house cats that are in. So this is why we've got various different ones just roaming around. He likes the little cats as well, so we've got 3 or 4 of those wandering around. I don't know where they all are at the minute, but they all seem to be roaming around somewhere. They'll be around. But yeah, the illusionary system from the thaumaturgy bench is absolutely brilliant.
You can't put a cook on the pig on a spit campfire will be a constant disappointment.
Yeah, that is a shame, that one. I noticed that with the spit roast. Yeah, it's a shame that. That would have probably looked good. I think I did have one up here as well, didn't I? Yeah, that one. Yeah, because it should technically be that you can do, because obviously it is technically a regular campfire. It's just a normal campfire, like a large campfire, but yeah, unfortunately you can't put an NPC on there. Now whether that's intentional or an accident or what, I don't know, but you never know, that might get changed in the future. But yeah, I do really like this. For a stove, it looks pretty good as a feature. Right, anybody got anything they want to ask or anything they'd like to see? Do feel free to ask, don't be shy. If I can answer, I will try and answer it. If I can't, obviously I don't know the answer myself, but I will certainly try.
Instead of the bear I got a direwolf in Gurnakai armor lying by the fireplace.
Aww, that sounds cute.
It is fixed, I'll take it out on Red Mother lol. Do you know much about the Twitch drop rabbit?
No.
Makers at bay.
No, unfortunately, I don't really know about the Twitch drops because obviously I don't really use Twitch myself actually. I could get it on my PC potentially and obviously watch it or do it from my phone, but yeah, Twitch isn't something really I've used. So I don't actually know a lot about it, unfortunately. But obviously you get the white rabbit when there is the Twitch drops, as they call it. Why have I not got Cale's stronghold on my map.
I sat through the Twitch stream, and I can't make the white rabbit. I just wanted the rabbit. Beaming face with smiling eyes.
Right,
Kathy, I know a bit cause I've been doing them.
Angar was talking about it the other week, wasn't he?
The rabbit isn't available right now.
Can you not just pick up a white rabbit if you've already obviously got the drop? Can you not just pick a rabbit up as normal? Why have I come over here to this marker? I didn't want this one. I'm looking in the wrong place.
You can.
Yeah, I thought you would be able to. If you just pick one up. If you've had the Twitch drop, then yeah, I think you should just be able to pick one up, shouldn't you? And then is it if you have it in your inventory, you have to use a... is it sorcerer's pet food? And craft it in your inventory before you can place it down, I think. I could be wrong, but... Right, see, they seem to be doing alright now. That was strange.
You can pick it up even without the drop, you just can't do anything with it.
That's right, yes, I remember hearing about that. Yeah, you can collect one, but can't do anything with it. Right, thank you for that. Just so that you guys are...
But nothing happens, it just switches the boxes.
You
can pick it at least.
I don't know, then maybe it's... is it broken at the minute or something? Not too sure on that one. I don't know if Angar's got his stream on Saturday again or whether he's doing it... I think he's going back to Sunday, he said, didn't he? We may have to see if he knows anything.
Switches boxes.
Well, yeah, that's weird that it switches the boxes.
A curious load.
This skeleton's a relentless attire.
In your inventory.
You picked the wrong fight! You picked the wrong fight!
There we go, now they're doing what they should be doing, look at that.
What do you mean by switch boxes?
Gods take you!
Like it moves over a space in your inventory.
Is it not just so if you've got the rabbit in your inventory on the left that you have to hover over something on the right hand menu and then click craft, is it? Unless it's bugged at the minute.
Does it consume the fodder?
That's a good point. Is it still consuming that as well? Yeah, good shout. Why am I not pulling this game?
I did have the rabbit in my craft inventory, but not now.
That's, yeah. That's definitely a strange way it's doing that one. There's obviously something not right with that somewhere, definitely.
If it's consuming the fodder, try placing it in your hotbar to set in the world.
Yeah, that's true. Because if it's consumed the fodder, wouldn't that mean it's done it? Might be a visual thing that it's just bugging in the menu. Yeah, good shout.
Won't put it the wheel.
won't put it on you.
Now it's gone from your crafting menu, you may not have it.
Yeah, it sounds like that. Not going to pick that weapon up, I don't need it at the moment.
Probably typical Funkin.
Yeah, sounds like a bit of a bug, that one, unfortunately. But just to kind of keep all of you guys updated,
Contact them and let them know.
that's
Never
true, it
mind.
maybe put a ticket
Thanks,
in.
guys.
Yeah. Just to let you all know, as you all know, I do this stream on a Friday on here. What I may be looking at doing is starting up a secondary channel, which will be called something like Game Labs Extra or Game Labs Plus. I haven't quite decided yet. Possibly Game Labs Extra. And the idea with that will be that rather than streaming on this
Keep an eye out
channel,
for the next drop. Blood Crystal Katana coming next, and it looks gorgeous.
that is very true. Yes, it does. When I start the second channel, I'm going to be just looking into it at the minute to see, because I'm noticing with my video view numbers just recently, since I've started doing the odd stream on a Friday or on a Tuesday as well, that views on videos don't seem to be as high as they used to be. And I don't know if that's just down to the time of year or whether it was because I'm doing a stream as well, so YouTube isn't recommending them as much because of the stream. So what I'm planning to do is start up this secondary channel, and what we'll be doing is any live streams I do, whether it's Conan Exiles on a Friday or DayZ or anything else, another game that we're trying maybe, and we're going to play it live rather than doing a stream. Rather than doing the stream on this channel, it will be done on the second channel, so it'll be Game Labs Extra.
Everyone behaves, the boss is here.
Oh.
Happy New Year, bud.
Yeah, best behaviour now, folks, come on. Yeah, everybody's got to be on their best behaviour now. No cheekiness or anything now. So yeah, the
Hi, Angar.
second channel, when it's available, obviously I will let you guys know in plenty of time, so that if you're wondering where the stream is on a Friday, it will still be happening, but it'll be over on the new channel that'll purely be for streaming, and then keep this one for my videos, because this is where I've got obviously the most community and the most work on it, so I don't want to start from scratch, obviously.
Sounds good, lads.
Thank you, appreciate that. Right, not going to pick up the statues because I'm not exactly going to go all the way through this. I just wanted to bring them in to see how they did against those bosses, because of them seeming like they weren't doing
damage.
Yeah, they seem to be doing alright now, don't they? That's what I mean, that's why I wanted to bring them in here. Because it did seem funny that they weren't doing the damage before, and now they...
Scorpion was bad. Cheeky. Moya. Never lol wouldn't dream of asking how much he had to pay Funkin to glitch my whole body away and cost me a torch, lol.
Oh. Yeah, possibly the Scorpion was bugged, because it's funny how they've just tore everything down in here, even that the Gate Guardian at the beginning. They've just managed to tear him down quite easily, and then those three the two mini bosses. Possibly it was bugged, yeah. Maybe it was because it was on the side of the hill that they just couldn't get the combos going, but because we all know, let's face it, Delancey and the Sumerian Berserkers are just absolute
Greetings all.
beasts when it comes to damage. So let's take a visit over to the unnamed city.
Here it is.
So yeah, I hope everybody's been having a good
Hi,
New
Liz.
Year.
Lol, I knew it. Hi, Angelo. G-Day, Kathy.
Yep, Angelo, good to see you.
Yes, let's go see Red Mother.
Are you reading my mind though?
I'll aim to see if you get Angar jealous.
Oh, I don't think I'll get it. I've tried a few times and even I can't get it, so if we get it on console then yeah. It'll be yeah,
Great minds, sir, great minds.
that's the one. Great minds
Lovely,
think
nice.
alike.
LOL.
But yeah, let's go test out PS5. See if like Crom Angar keeps saying won't give it him. Let's go see if he'll give it us this time. Final breath of the Red Mother. Probably won't. Probably get the spear or something, or the bow again, or nothing. But hey ho.
Loudly crying face, loudly crying face, loudly crying face.
Sorry, Angar. I'm hoping we don't get it for your benefit,
I feel
obviously.
it in my bones. First breath of the new year.
Is that the name? Is that the new name for it? Like I called it Final Breath of the Year when it was at the end of the year. Yeah. Right. Is everything crossed that we don't get it? Because I certainly don't want to offend Angar, obviously.
Yes.
Especially now that oh, Delancey doing a little bit of moonwalking there. Seeing as of course Angar has his pride of place in our tribe here on our game as
I
well,
have a
so
feeling about this now. Wishing you all the luck, grinning face.
thank you. But yeah, nice job on your beginner's guide as well, Angar. I was watching that not long before the stream actually, catching up on that one today, and very interesting once again, of course. Always find it very interesting. You always keep it nice and simple and easy for people to understand without getting too technical. And like me, it always reminds me of myself when you go visiting these places that you've been to, you know, dozens of times, but yeah, you still.
Angar, we have a spot reserved for you in the Torch Club.
Oh, leave him alone, you horrible lot. Stop being mean. Poor fella, he's come in to say hello and watch the stream, and all you all do is bully him about the Torch of the Red Mother, I tell you. Terrible. Come on, let's be nice. Should be asking him what curry he's having tonight, never mind about the torch.
We're all laughing.
Well, I know we're all only having a bit of fun, and it's all done out of the right reasons. We're not being malicious or anything, I know that. None of us mean any offence by it or anything, I understand that. But, yeah. Yeah, so go on, Angar. You on curry tonight? What we on? What flavour we thinking tonight then? I remember Friday night's usually curry night for you, isn't it?
Exotic feast curry.
Tootsie feast. Yeah.
Hey, I want him to get it as much as he wants it. I know his pain.
I know we do. We'll all be there cheering for him that day. But
Tonight, hushed face.
changing it up, eh? Chinese. Ooh. Anything good? What did you have for your Chinese? I know I'm not a big sort of Chinese takeaway fan, but I like the salt and pepper or salt and chili chips that they do, which are not quite fries to people obviously that aren't from the UK, but like large fries supposedly, I think. And they do them with salt and chili there.
It wasn't an Indian curry. New Year, different meal, nice.
Yeah. But yeah, I like those, and I also like they do like a box meal as well. That's called, what is it? Egg fried rice, chips and curry sauce. That's pretty nice. Right. Now then. Oh. Can't start yet, they're dealing with these guys up here. I was about to say... Now then, ladies and gentlemen, everyone that is here, if you do, of course, pay attention to the boss just as I do. If you're going to fight the Red Mother, you don't want to fight her on the stairs, and you don't want to stay in that corruption.
Big Mama.
What you want to do is feel like you're running slow with a bow, for one thing. Tell those two... Where's he going? Going in the corruption a bit here. To get them to get him, we'll have to clean our corruption up when we get home. We did gain a little bit there, but... Ask them two to get rid of that baby, just so it doesn't get in the way. And of course, what you want to do... Did we get retention? No, she's still not coming. Come on. Why is she not aggroing?
What you do is Leroy Jenkins in. Oh mother, Labs has a present for you.
Does she? Oh. Probably a block of ice. Oh, she's coming. Watch out for that fire. Yeah. That fire hurts.
Mommy's very angry.
Alright, Delancey and Angor will sort her out. Look at that. Legends, a pair of them. Right. Moment of truth. Nope. Told you. I agree with Angor, this torch doesn't exist. Lifeblood spear. I'm telling you, he's right, the torch doesn't exist.
Astonished face.
Yeah.
That was brutal and quick as hell.
Wasn't it?
Even the Angor NPC can't get the torch.
Exactly. Tried to bring you that look to think, you know, he's even there virtually, and yeah. We might try again in a few minutes. We'll wander around the unnamed city a little bit, take on a couple of the other bosses, see how we go, and we might come back and try one more time if we've got time. But yeah, I'm with you on that one there, Angor, it doesn't exist.
You could just break the spear and use it as a torch, I guess.
Yeah, if only, right? Yeah. Craft a torch into craft a spear into a torch.
Technically NPC Angor does have one in my world. I'm gonna try tomorrow, see how many times I die before I kill her.
Ooh, oh, good luck, good luck. Hope it's not many. Well, yeah, Sumerian Berserkers are definitely your way to go at the minute. And of course Delincia. She's the second highest melee damage modifier in the game at the minute, with the Sumerian Berserker being the top. And they do have a decent range damage modifier as well of 2.08, I think Wax said it is. So it's not great, but it's not terrible. But yeah, Sumerian Berserkers are the top ones at the moment, and of course they're guaranteed.
W snake arrows, Kathy.
Ah, there you go, snake arrows, yeah. My archers on my little purge base that you've seen all have snake arrows. They have snake arrows, and then there's a relic hunter at the back with a Doom and the Dragoon, who is also a guaranteed spawn. They both have noxious gas arrows to kind of
Cheers, Angelo.
mix things up. But yeah, snake arrows, if you can make those with the set religion, really, really good. Really good, the snake arrows. Hopefully, if we get the fix to the purge when the January patch comes along, we'll run some purges at that new purge base that I've got, and we'll see who we can get from it. And obviously you'll get to see the archers all in action properly then as well. Right, so before we go in and take on the Guardian of the Flame, I believe he's called.
And get the Tower of Elephant achievement by jumping on her head from above.
Ooh, that's true, yeah. That's not an easy achievement to get, is it, that one? What build do you go with? Are you a strength build or agility or a bit of both? What's your kind of build when you're fighting things like her? Right, Angar and Delincia, you go take care of him.
Pure strength.
Pure strength, right. Nice.
W Warp Party.
Oh, there we go, some War Mammoth boots. They're pretty decent, those. But yeah, this is the setup I'm using at the minute. Just up to the second perk in strength. Third one in my vitality. Full authority, obviously, with
Knowing my luck, the Red Mother will look up as I leap. I'm mainly an agility.
yeah, she probably. I know what you mean. Exactly what I was just thinking. Exactly what I was just thinking, Kathy. Yeah, oh, she hasn't seen me. Right, jump. She'll look up, move, and you'll land and splat on the floor. Yeah. Healthy diet. That's what I was thinking of. For the followers, healthy diet, and then War Party, obviously, and then just the first couple in grit, and then first one just to reduce hunger and thirst, and help with the carry weight at the bottom. So yeah, if you did it before, it's worth doing again, or if you haven't done it yet, it's definitely
As long as
worth.
she doesn't yawn.
Oh gosh, yeah, as long as you don't yawn, or do a growl that she does right as you jump, lift her head up and land in her mouth. Be a bit hot in there if that fire's there. You'll definitely be able to cut her heart out, won't you? Right, let's head down this way a minute.
I'm max strength and authority W5 each in the other stacks.
Nice. And then my armour, of course, is the Redeem Legion. So full Redeem Legion at the minute, with the Hyperinian legs, some Orient Thief boots, gold jewellery for the hands and the head, and then the War Dancer chest piece for the top for this particular outfit.
Same smiling face with sunglasses.
Yeah, I like the fact that you can, you know, put what I call a cowboy hat on somebody instead of the helmet, or you can have Delincia and actually see her hair and her face, but yet she's wearing a Redeemed Legion helmet. It's so much nicer, I think, that, and it's more immersive, I think, personally, when you can, you know, actually see your character that you created, or you
I have
follow.
mine looking like the Ranger gear. It's so sick.
Nice. Yeah, I do like the Ranger armor. That's the one that you get from the Dungeon Delver quest, or quest line if you want to call it that, or journey step as it's called in here. But yeah, the Ranger armor.
Actually, she looks great in Redeem helmet and Pictish Warkeef chest piece.
Yeah, that sounds different. I must admit, I do like the Pictish Brave set, so the medium agility set with like is it a wolf headpiece it's supposed to be? I do like that one. That's pretty cool. But yeah, the Ranger armor that you get from the Dungeon Delver keep calling it a quest line journey. I use that on my solo agility build that I did the last couple of videos on a little while ago. That's the armour I'm using for that because of the stamina and agility that it gives me, and it's only medium.
Pictish Warkeef gives like a black fur cloak. I took those advice and slapped Delenzia in Illusioned Easier Raider and never looked back. She looks amazing.
Nice, very nice. Oh yeah, there are some armour sets out there that do look nice, that are worth keeping the appearance showing for. This Delincia, obviously, like my Berserkers, is just same as me. Some Orient Thief boots, the Hyperinian pants, same as Angar there. Then she's got the Lemurian warrior chest piece, whereas he's got the Zingarian freebooter top, just to kind of make it a little bit different, really. And then they're just dyed with excuse me, white on the shoulders, black in the middle, and then purple around the belt, and then the legs are black as well with the white belt and, well, tassels if you want to call them that. Oh, is she back again? What time are we on? Oh yeah, we've got time. I think she's back, unless that's just glitched, but let's have a look. Yeah, she's there.
Only reason I have the improved and garrison armor bench is improved to make non-epics for illusion. Much cheaper that way low.
Oh yeah, I mean the garrison armor bench is definitely better for that, but it is good for making your actual armor as well, the garrison, because you're reducing your cost of, especially if you're making like champions, for example, you're reducing that cost as well. And if you're making it with the shield right armourer, excuse me, I'll have a drink of my coffee while I deal with that dragon. Oh, sorry about that, still going a bit dry after the old COVID, like I say. What was I saying? That yeah, it is good for that sense. I mean, if you want a bit more durability for your armour, then obviously you use the one with the little dumbbell symbol. No, not a dumbbell symbol, sorry, the little hammer symbol. And then the little dumbbell.
Oh yay, took me far longer than I'd like, but I got a shield right eventually.
Yeah, they're definitely not the easiest to get. Now, what would be nice if, like Dennis said, that eventually they want it to be with the Tavern system that crafters can wander in as well. And it would be nice that if a shield right walks into the tavern one day, and you can hire them, not one that walks in with a weapon out that you can't hire, like some of the named NPCs now. I've even had Lisa Longbow in the little tavern down at the front on the river, and I couldn't hire her because she had a bow showing. Now, like people are saying, whether that's intentional, that you're not supposed to be able to hire named people yet, or whether it's a bug with it and you are supposed to be able to hire the named ones. I know they've done it, like Angor, you mentioned it in your video earlier today as well, and I think we spoke about it last week in stream, in your stream that is, that anybody that's showing a weapon is not interactable, whereas anybody that isn't showing a weapon you can interact with. But it seems to be even named people you can't hire yet. Now whether that's a bug and it's going to be fixed, I don't know. Hoping it is the case that it is a bug, because then when crafters, do get introduced as well, you'll be able to hopefully hire a crafter and get a shield right. A shield right that way, hopefully. Because yeah, the shield right is one of the hardest. I would say hardest to find. One of the good spots obviously is the guaranteed armor spawn in Srream up in the temple quarter. There are spawns all around Srream where you could get one to spawn, but your best bet is to just keep farming that one particular spot in Srream up at the temple quarter and just rinse and repeat. It will take a bit of RNG, but if you just keep rinse and repeat until you get lucky. It happened to me one time where I was after a shield right and I must have killed that spawn 2 or 3 dozen times. Saw a named armourer pop up, got near it, and of course it was the Temperite, which wasn't ideal because it wasn't the one I was after, but I took them anyway because I still needed them at the time for the Tinkerer's Bench anyway. So it wasn't too bad, but that's one of the good places to look. Right, so that was the second time. Is she going to be kind this time, or is she going to give us nothing or something else again?
Been watching the stream and just entered the chat. Mine was wondering Sep had to chase him throwing lotus swords. Nothing at all.
I don't think she'll give anything. Oh gosh. Well, hello, it's nice to see you. Thank you for popping in and watching. Nice of you to say hello, welcome. Hope you are good, hope you find you well. Just getting back into the swing of things now with the new year and back into the regular Friday stream. Just for those who weren't here earlier, I am going to be looking at starting a second channel soon. I'll let you know the name near the time obviously, but it'll be something like Game Labs Extra, purely for things like these live streams to go on to, just so that the video numbers that I'm seeing can hopefully climb up a bit better than what they've been doing recently. So I'll be getting that sorted soon hopefully, so that will be the channel that the live streams going forward will be on, but we're not quite sorted with it yet, so I will keep you all posted on that and I'll update you on the Game Labs Reloaded. I like it. Ooh, that's a good one. I'll have to remember that, thank you. I like that. Game Labs Reloaded. Ooh. So any Conan live streams or Daisy or any other games that we decide to do a stream on will then be on that channel, so that I can then purely focus on keep building this one as I am doing as my main channel, where I can focus on like my guides and tips and tricks and playthroughs, etc. Just think it'll be good, because noticing recently some of the videos aren't quite getting the views that I think they should be getting, and I think that could be because the algorithm's pushing this stream a little bit when it sees it. Possibly not, I don't know, but that's the way it seems to be looking for me at the moment. So anyway, before we head out of here, told you. I said, is she going to give us the same thing again?
LOL.
Lifeblood Spear.
As I said.
Yep.
Another spear.
suppose it's one to throw at each eye next time we kill her, isn't it? If only you could throw it. Or I should give both Angor and Delincia a spear each and let them just poke her to death. Torture her. Instead of killing her with the weapons they've got, give them a spear each to just poke her.
One more lap.
One more? Ooh. What time are we on? Yeah. We should just have time. Let's see. If we run over a little bit, we run over a little bit, so be it. It doesn't hurt.
Pokey pokey red mother.
Pokey pokey red mother, yeah, exactly. If she gives us that a third time, then I don't know what I'm gonna do. End the stream and cry. And then just keep coming back and murdering her constantly. Oh dear. Right, so we'll go up here. Do the Guardian of the Flame again. Missed.
Your death will be as meaningless as your life.
That's it, Angor, you tell him. Let's have a look. Lifeblood Spear. It is a strength weapon, but I don't know. Do we give them one each and let them just poke her to death, or do we keep the weapons on them that they've got? What do we reckon, chat? Should we keep them as they are, or do we give them a spear each and let them poke her to death? See if they can poke that torch out of her. I'll let you guys decide. The Red Mother's fate is in your hands. Does she get destroyed with the weapons they have now, or is she gonna get poked?
Spears for the giggles.
Spear for the giggles. Well, as I would say, your wish is my command. So we shall.
Don't change the formula.
Ooh. Right now, if people want the spears, then if we're in it for the giggles, why not? Thank you guys. There we go. See, they do watch your back when they want to do. Ah, come on.
Den. I love democracy.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right. Now we were a little bit longer last time, weren't we? So we should just be able to do it because of the damage that they're doing as well. Let's go quickly take on the brute.
Kathy just wooed.
So who is everybody's favourite entertainer then, if we're talking about tier 4 entertainers?
Thanks, dear.
Who's their favourite? I've kind of got two, as you all know, but one main favourite, got to be Leah Neely. And then Amma the Seductress is pretty good as well. Similar stats to her, so... Who's everybody's preferred entertainer of choice when they go out looking for one? Who'd you go after?
Luger.
Ooh.
Any kind, dear.
Any? Yeah. Yep, the named ones are definitely the best ones. Oh, they're all just as...
mine till I found out about Lionelli.
Oh yeah, Leoneli's awesome. Not a guaranteed spawn, unfortunately. She does share it with...
Really?
She does share it
Go
with...
for the looks, Lionel for the punches.
Yeah, she does hit quite hard, Leoneli, doesn't she? She's... She don't take no messing. Like I say, the only thing is she sounds like Lindsay. She just at least looks different to her because of the hairstyle, but yeah, she's pretty good. There's only the one place, as far as I know, that she can spawn, and obviously she shares it with the tier 1, 2 and 3, which is unfortunate. But it's just the way it goes. You've got to put it down to the old RNG as to whether she's there or not and whether you get her. But she's definitely worth getting.
But really I still use Encina, Sade the Live from time to time.
Oh yeah, Sadar the Lich, and yeah, I'm seeing the Hidden Daggers, yeah, there's nothing wrong with them. Just obviously their damage multipliers are a bit lower, and obviously their health pool will be a bit lower than higher tiered people. See, look at that Angar, that guy knocked you off your feet then. And
RNG loves me. NPCs, not so much.
is that true, Angelo? Yeah. Yeah, did you see that then, Angar? That skeleton knocked you off your feet and Dillon didn't stand for that, she came and cracked him over the head. Hey, just like I say, you cannot go wrong with a Delancia Snow Hunter. She's always got your back. Even if you have her as well trained, so you've only got her following you. She's an absolute beast. She won't stand for nothing. See, look at her. Bang!
Only entertainer I have for the lols is that dramatist guy I got screaming at a training dummy. Smiling face with sunglasses, she's looking after me.
Yep, she certainly is. Yep. That's why I teamed her up with your guy, with you, because I knew, you know, I knew she'd watch you. Good old Dylan's here. Tell you what, she was doing pretty good with that axe in your video that you had today as well, Angar. Dylan's here. She was doing pretty good with that. Doing some decent damage with it. It's pretty fun to watch that, watch her doing the execute manoeuvre. Pretty much one-shotting most things that went under 20% health. That was really good. This one's using a mace, of course, so she's using momentum, which is just an absolute ridiculously OP mace in my opinion. If you stick the master weapon fitting on it, it's ridiculously strong. Right.
It was a treat.
That's the baby out the way. Right, Red Mother, are you going to be kind this third time? Or are you going to be a tight wad again? Here she comes.
Your death will be as
One Angar. Show her who's boss. Oh, I forgot to give him the spears, didn't I?
Wins this time.
Forgot to give him the spears, I've just realised. Never mind. We'll come and take her on next week again. Whoop. We'll come and take her on next week again, I promise. And we'll, first run we do, we'll give them both a spear. I literally remembered as I sent them in then. Well, obviously we are running out of time, so I didn't want to be taking too much time up. Right, are we going to be third time lucky? I'm telling you. Angar's right, you know. That torch doesn't exist.
I had to stop using Executioner on my weapons for thralls I'm leveling. You miss out on the Zo from execution kills.
Ah.
XP. The bow isn't that bad though.
Oh no, the bow's really good. The bow reaches the Red Mother. It's the best agility bow in the game, I would say. All of my archers at the purge.
Everyone else must be using a mod mate.
Yeah, there must be Angar, definitely. Yeah, that just proves a point there, doesn't it? You're on PC and I'm on console and even I can't get it. Yeah, she doesn't like us. She just wants to give them to everybody else all the time. She don't want to give them us. She wants to be mean. But yeah, all of my archers at the purge base out there, they've all got Reach of the Red Mother. Really, really good agility bow. I even use that on my solo agility build as well. Alright, let me just make my way.
Berserker to break the curse.
Yeah, thought it would.
Build me a shack by unnamed city. I'm borrowing my brother of LOL. PC.
Yeah. It's very unfortunate.
I'll try and sweet talk her into dropping one tomorrow for me. You know, girl to girl.
And I bet she will as well. I bet she'll drop one. Let us know if she does. Stick it in the comments if you're around, or if you're on the YouTube homepage, stick it on the community tab there. Let everybody know if she gave you one. It'd be cool to know what people are getting and if they're getting lucky or not.
Will do.
Cool. What was I going to say? So yeah, with regards to the second channel, I'll keep you all posted on that one. And if it doesn't really make any difference as such, we may not use it as much, but kind of feel it's the way to go. We're trying to build my videos on here, have a different focus for them. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen Wax video Angar the last couple he's done talking about range damage modifiers etc. on followers. This one's a good one to get.
She will most likely laugh in my face and scoff me for Dinah. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
She might do.
Have a talk with her after the stream. I have.
Yeah, I might go and have a word with her as well. Find out what she's playing at. Showing me up in front of my community. And Angar in front of his community as well. I'm not having it. Need to go and have a word with her. But yeah, if you can get hold of this one. She's got a pretty decent range damage modifier as well. She isn't a guaranteed spawn, unfortunately, but she's a Black Hand pirate, an archer obviously, and she's a super quick leveler, so she's a fast leveler.
Most of the high range are from Purge Cage's disappointed face. Nice I'll be on within the week hopefully.
Yeah, she's Black Hand pirate, as I say, not a guaranteed spawn unfortunately. What we're saying, so you would have to search.
Does anyone have their followers being really bad at targeting enemies now?
You would have to search Black Hand camps to find her, but she is good, like the Cannibal Brute. She does level really, really fast. And as you can tell there, she comes with some decent stats there as well. Before I re-rolled her, because previously her agility was quite low, she did have quite high HP, so you can get them over 7k health even. So they've got pretty good HP numbers. If you haven't seen it and you are interested, have a look at Wax last 2 or 3 videos that he's done. He was talking about it in them. where he goes through his range damage modifier, NPCs or thralls as he calls them, and she's one of the ones that he mentions along with Dunaman the Dragoon, who is a guaranteed spawn. Let me just see if I can remember whereabouts he is. Because Dunaman the Dragoon is actually a guaranteed spawn. Let me just see if I can remember.
Bad as in doing combos away from the enemies.
Yeah, well, they were doing that a little bit then. At times when we were fighting as well, which isn't good.
Yes, all of them Kong.
But yeah, it's not good if they are doing. Hopefully it's an issue that will get addressed again and get dealt with. Because obviously we don't want to be having these problems ongoing moving forward. Where is he? I have to remember where he is now. I was only just here the other day to get one of him again as well. There we go. There he is. Dunaman the Dragoon. So for those who want to know exactly where I am at the den, we're just here. So we're just on this far left square on your map, which would put us more or less in where are we there? 8E or thereabouts. So up at this side, obviously if you come up here you're probably going to have these to deal with first, unless you just knock them out as well, or if you've got Delincia or a Berserker or somebody with you, or a bear with some good high HP. But yeah, Dunaman the Dragoon, and he's a guaranteed spawn as well. He'll always be there, which is pretty cool.
Do you need to give archers arrows?
You don't need to do necessarily, but it is a good idea to do so, because obviously with different arrows they will they will use the default flint arrows, meaning just some they'll make themselves, which are very, very weak. But if you give them specific arrows like hardened steel, if you can make those, they're pretty good. Star metal, if you've got a ton of star metal lying around, star metal arrows hit pretty good. If you can make the snake arrows from the set religion, so if you've got the set religion, the set altar, if you can make the snake arrows, they will take quite a while because you'll have to keep farming all the bits and pieces you need to craft them on the set altar, but the snake arrows are really good as well. But probably just for everyday use, maybe hardened steel or star metal would be the best ones for them. But if they're for
100s of hardened steel arrows from Mounds of the Dead.
Yep, there you go. Tons of hardened steel arrows. You can farm them. Yeah, you can either make them or you can farm them. Mounds of the Dead, really good place to go to. Absolutely right. And that's, for those who don't know, that's this little area all around here. And that's also where Leonelia can spawn.
If you have a lot of demon blood, make serpentman arrows.
There you go. There's another option, serpentman arrows. So let's just quickly... I wasn't going to necessarily go over here, but we'll nip over a minute since we've got a couple of minutes. This is, of course, Chaos Hill or Nightmare Hill or whatever you want to call it.
I can't wait to see my shack by unnamed city lol.
Because obviously you've got a bear up here, you've got
I'm excited.
fighter up here, another fighter there, another one here. You can also get Delincia to spawn there if she's there. She can spawn there if she's up here, but it's quite a crazy little spot, that one. So then if we go down, she can also be wandering around here as well. I think Angar saw her one time, didn't you, in the video he was talking about her, and
I just never used archers before.
as you looked up that hill, she came walking down. Hey, yeah, no, it's fine. You do right to ask. If it's an NPC you've never used before, then that's the right thing to do, is ask somebody who may know. That's the best thing to do. To be honest, archers have never always really been great for anything. They're very weak and the range isn't always great, but for base defenders, now that you've got the archer post that you can get from the purge, that you can learn that from there, you can stick those in your fence foundations now, so that obviously when you place an archer into them, they'll actually stay in that position as well, and they won't run off and try and fight people anymore. So that's pretty good. But this is where Leonelia can spawn. Obviously she's not here again. This is another dancer or entertainer
I
again.
used them as fighters before I got my berserkers, but not as actual archers till now.
Fair enough, yeah, there you go. That's how I level up a lot of my archers, to be honest. I give them a katana first, take them out, level them up with a katana, and then swap them over to the bow when they're going in their archer position. So yeah, Mounds of the Dead, just up at this top right hand side here. Guaranteed entertainer spawn. Let's look around a bit so you can kind of see where we are. Just over here. But as I say, this can be a tier 1, 2 or a 3. It's a level 3 at the minute. Like if you kill this spawn and then maybe do another lap of Mounds of the Dead, come back, check it again, and potentially it could be Leah, hopefully, but that's where she can spawn if she's here.
Lionel can also spawn at Stargazers, but better chance to get her at Mounds.
Right, so she can spawn up at Stargazers as well, and I wasn't sure about that. I know Delancia can spawn up there, but I wasn't sure that she could. But yeah, that's good to know that, thank you. So yeah, you've got a chance of her being up there, but you've more of a chance of her being at Mounds. I think I only ever found her once. Excuse me, when I used to play a
tier 1-3 clone for me in either spot.
Yeah. You'd probably have to literally keep going back and just rinse repeat, unfortunately. Kill them on there, go off around the mounds a little bit, come back, check it again. And then hopefully, eventually, the RNG will work in your favour and you'll end up getting one. It's, yeah. RNG can be a bit cruel sometimes, which is a shame. But yeah.
Since she shares the spawn with every other crafter up there, it's better at Mounds.
That is true, yeah, at least Mounds, it's only entertainers that she's sharing it with. That is very, very true. At least she's not sharing it with anybody else as well. So yeah, like I say guys, do feel free if you're ever on the YouTube homepage to pop any questions or suggestions you've got in the community tab. It is there for everybody to use. If you've got suggestions of things that you'd like to see, or if you've got a build for a follower or your own build that you like to use and you want to share it with everybody else for people to try out.
Her once. Still better rate than that damn torch grinning face.
I hear you, Younger. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I know what you mean. But yeah, do feel free to post your questions there. If I can answer them, I will try my best. If I can't, I'll do my best to point you in a direction where you hopefully can get the answers. And yeah, like I said, lots more videos to come this week. I've got another couple lined up for this week, hopefully. One towards the beginning of the week, possibly, maybe at the weekend even. And then another one in the week, and then we'll have the streamer course.
You're doing better than me in that department, Angar.
The stream will possibly still be on this channel next week, because I don't think I'll have sorted it out that soon. But if it's going to be any different, like I say, keep an eye on the community page. I'll let you know on there if it's going to be any different. But yes, once again, lovely to see everybody. Hope you had a good Christmas or holiday, if you want to call it that, and are having a good New Year. Ours was a bit of a rocky start to the new year, having coming down with COVID on Boxing Day, which was great, but we're both on the mend now, so we're back to doing our content. Wife's looking at doing hers again for her Sims that she does on PC. She's been having some trouble with her computer, but she's trying to get back into that. And like I said, luckily just about managed to get my voice back now to do tonight, and then the little video about Leah and Amma that I brought out the other day. But on the mend now, I think.
This weekend for the stream you'll find another just to spite me lol.
Oh dear. Well, yeah, feeling a lot better now, which is good. Like I say, back to the videos, getting stuff done once again. A couple of other interesting bits to highlight coming up in videos shortly. So yeah, take it. You got a stream on Sunday, have you, Angor? Are we back to Sunday now?
Lol.
Take it, we'll be back to the Sunday chill at 8 o'clock
sir.
now.
Great catching up tonight. See you all Sunday.
Thanks, Kathy. Yeah, lovely to see you once again. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for sharing your time with us. Very, very much appreciated. And yes, it is very, very much. Yep. Thought it would be. Just wanted to check. Hopefully I'll be there myself, and we'll all meet up once again and have some giggles, no doubt. And some fun along the way. So yes, thank you once again everybody for joining. Hope you have a good weekend, and I will speak to you all potentially in Angor stream on Sunday. So enjoy the rest of your Friday afternoon or evening, whatever it is for you. Have a good weekend, and I will speak to you all next time. Bye for now.
Waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand, waving hand. Keep getting better. Well, I've got at least 8 trips to Red Mother between then and now. Good stream M8, Sire Latters.